Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Okay, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. I'm so happy
your-
to be here.
Hi.
We're on the interview.
Thank you for attending this interview. Tell me, what's your name and where you from?
Okay, my name is Letitia Fossati, and I'm originally from England, but now I live in Spain.
How do you spell it, your name?
Fossati, Fossati.
T-I. Okay, thank you. So, tell me a little about yourself.
Well, at the moment, as I said, I am in Spain. I am 59 years old, and at the moment I'm unemployed because of the virus. So I am looking for a new job for the future.
Okay. Why do you want to join in this company and this restaurant?
Well, I've always liked cooking, and my first profession was a chef. And I thought it would be a good idea to go back to my roots and do what I like doing most, which is cooking.
Oh, you like cooking. What kind of food would you like to consume for?
Right. Well, at the moment, I studied for 2 years French cooking, and then I adapted this to English customs and Spanish. So I thought it would be very interesting to mix the cultures of Europe and take them to Bali. And also,
Wow.
I thought that I would be able to learn things from Bali, of the culture and the traditions while I am there.
How do you know about this company, about this restaurant?
Well, I was surfing online, and the advertisement caught my eye. So I thought I have nothing to lose, and so I will apply for the interview.
Okay. So what have you been done to improve your skills in the last year?
Well, in the last year, I have been attending webinars. Also, I have been trying out some new recipes at home on the family to keep my hand in at cooking.
Okay. So what are your career goals?
Well, at the moment, I would like to find a job. And then if I find a job which I am happy at, I would like to stay there for a few years and learn new things.
Okay. Tell me a little about a difficult situation and how you handle it if you find a difficult situation.
Well, normally, if something happens in the kitchen, I analyze the situation, and then I try to keep calm and think of a possible solution. And this is the best thing I can do. So if, for example, I have to make a dish and I'm missing an ingredient, I would look for a suitable alternative. Excuse me.
Okay. So if your assistant makes any mistakes, so how you deal with?
My assistant. Okay. Well, I would take over and I would make the dish that my assistant is supposed to be making because the client is waiting. And I would talk about it at the end of the shift, because during the shift we'll be so busy in the restaurant, I imagine, that there isn't time to talk about these things. So I would just take over, solve the problem, and then later on, before we leave, talk to my assistant and see what went wrong.
Okay. How would you maintain the relationship between you and colleagues?
With my colleagues in the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
Normally, I don't have a problem. I'm an easygoing person. I consider myself friendly, and I'm a team person. I like working in a team, as well as I can work individually, but I like being with people. One of my qualities is that I'm a people's person.
Okay. So, what are your strengths and your weaknesses?
As a cook or as a person?
As a person, when you deal with this job in this chef.
Well, when you are a chef or a cook, you have to work very long hours standing up. So sometimes I get a little tired on my feet, but normally I can overcome this difficulty. So this could be a weakness, I suppose. And my strength is my love for cooking. I love eating. I think it's a social event, and it's part of our lives. So I really enjoy it, and I hope that people can feel this when they're eating my food.
Okay. Do you, what your previous job?
My previous job, I was an ESL teacher, but I've been doing that for such a long time. I thought it would be nice to go back to my first job and be a chef. And I think I am qualified and I would do a good job at this.
Okay. So, why did you leave it? Why did you leave?
ESL teaching because of the pandemic, it got a little complicated, and I wanted to go back to cooking because that's my first love. And because of my life circumstances, I couldn't do that before.
So, what are your salary expectations?
What my expectations? Good working conditions, a pleasant atmosphere in the kitchen, and a reasonable amount of salary so I can live comfortably.
So you did not make some measurement like what how many salary would you like to receive
How
from
much
the
I would like to earn? Well,
yeah.
I'm not really up to date on the salaries because, and especially in Bali, I would have to investigate the standard of living and if it's expensive to live in Bali or not. But just enough really to live on, and a bit extra would be enough. So I don't know. I only need to speak in euros, but I was thinking about 1,500 euros. Excuse me.
Okay. So why do you want to join on this restaurant in Bali? What not in another countries? What interests you?
Excuse me. I wanted the challenge. I wanted to do something really different. And I wanted to go out of my comfort zone a little bit. And I thought this was a great opportunity to do all those things.
So how far do you know about Bali?
Well, I have a friend who lives there, and she has been telling me all about it. And I think maybe I would like to live there. It's only a small place, which is my kind of place. Excuse me. My kind of place. And I think I adapt very well to many situations.
Okay. So, would you like to, to know about Bali? What do you know about Bali cuisine or Asian? How to collaborate with them to adjust with their habits and culture?
Yes, well, as I said, I have a friend there, so I would ask her many questions. And also I would investigate myself a bit more. I think they are a very religious people, and they are very friendly, and they are very respectful. So I would have to investigate a little bit more if I was offered the job.
Are you willing to work on the weekend?
Am I willing to work at the weekends? Yes, I don't have a problem. As long as I get other days off in the week, I'm quite happy to work at the weekend.
How to make your work-life balance?
Well, as I'm on my own at the moment, I don't have any other responsibilities other than myself. So I could dedicate myself a majority of my time to my job until I learned everything and I felt more at home. And then I would try and learn more about the people around me and the culture, and do a little bit of tourism as well while I am there. But I think I will dedicate myself to my job. And when I have that under control, then I will think about other things.
Okay. So, what you see yourself in 5 years for this company? What you think you can give for this restaurant?
Right. Well, if I am lucky enough to get the job, I would like to stay there a few years to learn so much about this beautiful country and people. And it would be such a great experience for me. So at the beginning, I think I would like to stay in Bali if everything worked out, and see how things went.
So, would you like to employ local people there?
In the restaurant, of course. I think it's nice to do a mixture of other cultures and other nationalities, but I think the majority of workers should be local workers to help with the other employment.
How will you deal with the obstacle, for example, like language?
Yes,
And
you are
people
right.
mostly not.
You are perfectly right. When I first came to Spain many years ago, I never spoke the language, not even one word of the language. And I was able to communicate with people in many different ways. Of course, if I was offered the job, I would take a crush course in the language, so at least I would be able to speak some everyday phrases and words. And also in the kitchen, I think a lot of things are physical, so I would be able to understand watching and using my hands at the beginning. But I am very willing to learn the language.
Yes, nice one. Yes. Already about 43 minutes. Yes. Then another question could be, do you think it's needed to maintain the relationship, positive relationship between you and other assistant or co-workers or in outside work time?
That depends on so many things, but I think at the beginning, I would like them to show me around, give me information, but on a personal level, I don't know. I think work is separate from my private life. So at the beginning, I would like them to be open with me, to show me the ropes of how to get around and what I should do and what I shouldn't do. But a very close, intimate relationship, I don't think is a good idea between your colleagues and workmates.
Okay. Oh, do you think that by join in a Bali restaurant gonna be make this restaurant good progress in the future?
Yes, because I think I would learn how to do the dishes there in Bali. And also I would be able to bring a Western touch to some of the already original dishes that are there. So we can mix the cultures and offer a wider range of food on the menu.
Yeah, by doing this, I mean, you deal with Spanish, European meal, right?
Yeah.
But so, what your target actually?
What is my target? Well, of course, I would work with the boss because I'm only second or third. So there are people who are higher than me. So these decisions, I don't think I would have to make. I would just have to belong to the team and fit in with the team.
Okay, nice. I think it's enough. Thank you for answering all of this question, and hope you
Can I
join
ask a
us
few
soon.
questions, please, before
Oh
you
yes,
go?
forget yes, yes. You can ask me a question too.
Where is the restaurant exactly in Bali? Is it in the center or is it in the outskirts?
It I mean, what kind of restaurant do you mean?
The company I'm going to work for, where is it exactly? Is it in the center, city center, or is it in the outskirts?
I think it's in the city center
In the
because in
city
their
center.
city center.
And is it a popular restaurant at the moment? Do many people go there?
Yes, because if in like of the beaten path, there's not many people in there. So I think it's better if you're in city center because when the tourists got to the airport, it's going to be easier to catch this restaurant.
Right. So a lot of tourists go to your restaurant and it's a well-known restaurant, no?
Yes, true.
And what meals do you serve there? Lunch and dinner or only dinner?
Lunch and dinner.
You do lunch and dinner. Okay, so you do 2 servings a day. And how many days a week do you open?
How many days? Okay. How many days? Whole. I
Do you
mean,
work 7 days a week or do you
7
open
days a week.
Are you open
No,
7
7 days.
days a week?
Yeah.
Okay. So you
Or,
have different people working different days and different
yes.
hours. All right. So that's it. And how many people work for you?
And until now, hires about 100 people.
Wow. So it's quite a big place, quite a big
Yes, true.
organization. Right. Thank you for the interview. It has been a pleasant moment. And I hope to see you again. And maybe I will get the job.
Yes. And you just need, you have to wait for the call from this company. And the employee, yeah. And the assistant gonna be tell you what next. And
Yes,
I
I
hope you can
suppose
join.
you have many other people to interview. So you will call me in the next week or so when you have interviewed everybody.
Yes, true. Okay, thank you, Letty, for attending this interview, and hope you join. Or you, I mean, I hope you can join with us here, and see you in the next in the next time. So yeah, it's enough. I think it's enough for the interview for today. So thank you so much, and
And thank
But for
you.
now, have a nice good day.
Thank
Have a good
you.
day.